Hey Chris, before we commit to the Trello thing, actually I thought maybe I'm going to show you this because this does make the most sense to use because we already use GitHub, and I'm going to use this as the Crittenden project because it's been going on a long time. You can see that there's a lot of commits over time. But anyways, you also notice that there's a number there. If I click on that number, it goes right over to the issue. So the way that this would work if we did it like this, and this actually might be better because we're using Git, basically you got issues, right? And so you create some issues, and here's an example. Like I just created this yesterday for the Crittenden project, and create a tool to send PDF, blah, 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 blah. I explain what I need, what I want. We could probably start using labels where some are like project items and there's bugs, but we're going to at some point gonna need some way to track bugs as well. But then you assign it to whoever's tasked with it. And so there you go. And Amir has been a developer, been using a while. And one thing that I like is because we use GitHub, when he works on code and stuff like that, and when he commits, he will actually just put the see, this is issue number 34. You can see that right there. So when he does a commit from the command line, he'll just say blah 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 fixes this issue. And so now what the really nice thing is, like, so he did all this work that I asked him to do, and when he made his commit, all he did was put number 32 because that's the issue number, and it automatically added this commit right inside the comments. And so you can see the code that was committed to that and related to that. And anyways, so what it would look like for eDiets is, rather than doing a Trello board, we would just put all these issues in here and assign people. There are milestones too, but I prefer to not really make things too complicated. It's probably less organized, and I mean, I really like how easy it is for Trello to just look at that. But at the same time, because we're using Git and all that stuff, it might make more sense to put it all right in here. Every time I work on development stuff with Everett, we're always using issues. That's where we track all of the issues and things. And so a lot of times, like, you'll work on some main, in fact, if you look at these closed ones, you'll see the difference where, you know, I had some main functionality, like create CSV export for specific data. So that one got worked on, and I automatically get notified when a comment is made. So I put all this in here, and then Amir read it, and then he had a question for me, so he asked this, and then I just replied. I can do it right through email too. And then he went on and he worked on it, and here's one commit he made. And then he kept working on it because it wasn't done, and the issue got closed here, and then I closed the issue because it was done. So now if something comes up, then I actually would just create a bug about CSV import and could assign it. You got these little labels over here. You got high priority, and so you can use the labels in the same way that we would use columns in Troggle or something, and kind of tag things. So you see down here, this one was a bug and it was high priority, so I tagged it like that, and he knew that one needed to get worked on right away. So anyways, why don't you look at that and let's decide if we should use this or Trello. Thanks, man.